Hello YouTube and welcome to AnTREXon Gaming. Today we're taking a look at Falstad, the ranged assassin, riding this beautiful, awesome Gryphon, I believe. Yes, Gryphon. Of course it's Gryphon. So let's start the game and see what this character is like, and I'm going to guide you through how to play this character and also give you a bit of a background on what the skills are.
Let's fly.
Alright, looks like we have a pretty awesome DPS team right here, so let's see how this goes. Alright, so you are a ranged assassin and you don't have a mount because you already own a mount, and the way this works is after about, 6 seconds? Yeah, after 6 seconds, if you don't take any damage or don't attack anyone, your mount increases speed by 20%, so this is how you get to move faster, so you don't have to worry about the Z button because it doesn't actually work for you. You also have a hammer attack that looks like this, and with upgrades it actually becomes pretty awesome. First of all, it penetrates enemies, and second of all, it slows them down, so it's actually a pretty awesome crowd control tool because it does AoE slowdown with upgrades. You have something called a lightning rod, which basically in this range starts constantly attacking people with lightning. I'll show you what this looks like in a second when someone comes out, and as long as they are as long as they're in the circle, you will continuously hit them with lightning. But it's actually just to increase your DPS. It's sort of like a passive DPS increase. You can see it's actually pretty powerful. And there you go, Rain is already on the run. So a pretty awesome skill to add to your main attacks, because as long as you activate this and a W button, and as long as you activate as long as you attack in the enemy, you'll actually do some really awesome DPS. And finally, you have barrel roll, which is this. It's sort of like an escape skill where you run away and you also get shielded for a few seconds. So it's a pretty awesome way of escaping. Alright, let's kill this dude if we can. Probably not. So close. And here, I'm gonna use my shield, and I think he's actually gonna kill me. Or maybe not. Oh, that was close. So let's choose a first skill. You can do the bribe thing, which basically gives you mercenary ability. This is what, if you kill enough minions, you'll actually be able to purchase one of the mercenaries for free. There's Conjurer's Spirit, which increases your mana regeneration quite dramatically, but you don't really need it because you will rarely run out of mana. Seasoned Marksman gives you a little bit more damage, but not enough to sing songs about, if you know what I mean. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. That is so not good. Oh, run away, run away, run away. And you have something called Updraft, which basically increases the range of your shield barrel roll, so that gives you an ability to escape even further. And finally, you have this here, which increases the range and slow duration of hammering. And this is your main skill, so I'm going to take this because it does give you quite a lot of awesome crowd control. Next ability here is either Charged Up, which basically makes your lightning rod strike a few more times, so giving a little bit more DPS. Slow Rider lowers the cooldown of the shield skill, so I personally don't find this very useful. Oh crap, there's like 4 of them here. Let's get cracking. Oh, here we go, here we go. And take this. Oh, he survived. No, he didn't. And then you have Vampiric Assault, which is actually one of the only ways you can heal this character, because there's no way for you to heal. So I actually like to take this because your basic attacks, which are really fast, start healing you, which is actually a pretty useful. It's a pretty useful skill. Okay, Mafurian, you're going down, and I'm going over here. And Gathering Power gives you a little bit more ability. It's a passive ability power. Sorry, it's a passive skill that basically gives. Oh hi, yeah, I may do that. I mean, just go and do that. Essentially just gives you abilities, a little bit more power, so they become more effective. But I do like to take one of these actually. Not one of these. Either this, that gives my lightning attack a little bit more strikes, or Vampiric Touch, because look at that. It starts healing me. It's actually the only heal you get as this character. And look at how fast he attacks. So it's a pretty useful skill, I think so, because otherwise you won't be able to heal. But because you do DPS and because you are a very mobile character, you can actually continuously heal yourself by attacking things with your main attack. So there's also first aid. Actually, yeah, it's not the only heal. You get first aid, but I almost never take this because it feels like a waste of ability. It basically heals you for 35%. Free roll makes this, the shield thing, if you use it a lot, actually take this because it makes it waste no mana at all. So it's a pretty useful ability that gives you shield, quite a powerful quite a powerful upgrade. Then there's 2 upgrades for Boomerang. One of them basically increases your damage with basic ability for as long as your Hammerang is in flight. So as long as this thing is flying, I'll show you what I mean by this in a second. So as long as this thing is flying, I'll be able to do more damage. Basically, as long as it does this, I'll be able to do more damage with my basic attacks. And then there's this, which actually makes it, gives it another charge, so that you can actually activate and explode it when it's basically in flight. And this Battle Momentum is a common skill that basically decreases the cooldown of all of your abilities as long as you're using your basic ability. So I do like to take this Boomerang, and basically this is what it does. It's an awesome way of clearing minions as well, or catching up with these guys by doing this. There you go, explode it, and he's down. Teamwork, excellent. Alright, let's go for next talent. And the next talent we have is the heroic ability. So there's 2 choices here. One of them is called Hinterland Blast, which is actually an awesome, really powerful skill, especially with the upgrade. It creates a line in front of you, and a pretty long line that goes way beyond the screen. And essentially what this does is it charges up for a little bit, and then it strikes your target. Sorry, I had to focus on this dude right here. Arthas is being a jerk. Where you go? You're dead. And Malfurion is going down as well. Alright, so yeah, it charges up, and it's actually a really powerful skill. I usually take that. Or Mighty Gust, which basically just pushes away enemies from you and slows it down for 3 seconds. So it's a pure crowd control skill, which I personally almost never take. I take this, and I'll show you how powerful this ability is as soon as I see an enemy. As soon as I see an enemy, I'm going to show you how powerful it is, especially if you upgrade it. When it upgrades, it actually has ridiculously high range and does ridiculous damage to enemies in the line in front of you. And a pretty long line as well. So let's actually destroy these towers so we can see what's going on inside. Here we go. This is the line, and look at that. And ba-bang! And this is just without upgrades yet. And with upgrades, you can imagine it's actually a lot higher. Okay, kill that guy. And I can select my next talent, and I'm going to choose... I usually take this. Giant Killer basically gives my damage more bonuses against heroes, and it's actually... basically, it makes you a true assassin because you can then start killing these guys a lot quicker. This increases the movement speed of my Hammerang from 25% to 50%, so basically slows down enemies even more. But I'm not sure how useful it is, because it's essentially it's a good skill, but it's not particularly super cool, if you know what I mean. So okay, let's switch a little bit. Thunder Strike gives my Lightning Rod a little bit more damage, 15% more damage, so it increases DPS with the Lightning Rod strike. And if you upgrade this ability, you want to take that, because it does give it 50% more DPS. And Static Shield, oh no, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. I need to heal myself. Before we take that. Oh, no, run away, run. Alright, so while I wait for my respawn, let's talk a little bit about the other skills. So the Thunder Strike, so Static Shield right here is actually a pretty awesome ability, because for every time that the Lightning Rod strikes, it actually gives me a 5% of my maximum health shield. So it really makes you quite difficult to kill, because if you activate this ability, as long as you have Lightning Rod active, especially if you have the upgraded Lightning Rod, it actually makes you quite difficult to kill, because your shield will constantly give you more healing power, or in that sense, more hit points. But I think I'm gonna take, because I don't really use the Lightning Rod that much, I'm gonna take this because I just want to kill people faster. And finally, not finally, sorry, level 16. Level 16, you can choose Aerial Gust, which basically activates your speed increase a little bit faster, by 2 seconds faster, I think. Then there's Hammer Time, which, oh no, who's shooting me? I know I don't look too good, because I got hit, man. Hammer Time. Now this Hammer Time thing is actually pretty awesome. Basically what it does is, if you slow down someone with your Hammerang, it can then stun them for like almost a second, as long as you essentially as long as you hit them with your normal attack. Oh no, I need to stay away from this. This is madness. This is Sparta. Afterburner gives me a little bit more speed if I activate an overdrive. Increases my ability. Sorry. Yes, it does increase my ability power, but it costs a lot of mana. So I usually take one of these skills, specifically Hammer Time, because what it does is, check this out. Hammer Time and attack and stun this guy. Oh, you didn't get to see me stun him, but essentially it's a pretty awesome combo which first slows them down and then stuns them so they can't really run away.
Well done, heroes.
And then at level 20 you get your final upgrade, which is either Call of Wild Hammer, which basically increases the ability that I usually use, the R button, the huge damage dealer, increases its damage and range by 25%, making it super powerful. Or you can take Wind Tunnel, which basically creates a kind of a crowd control, which starts pushing enemies away from you. So this is, you could use it either as an escape skill or as a kind of a ability where you go behind the enemies and you start pushing them toward your team. This, however, is actually really powerful. Nexus Frenzy increases your attack speed and attack range by 20%, meaning that you not only start attacking with normal attacks, but from 20% farther away, but you also increase your DPS by 20%. So this is actually really powerful. And Epic Mon basically increases your movement speed and also gives you even less cooldown before you activate your super speed. So this is if you want to be more mobile. But I personally think Nexus Frenzy is usually the best to take because it is ridiculously powerful. It makes this guy really high DPS assassin. Or yeah, unless you take this is actually a really good upgrade as well. Call of the Wild Hammer basically every, what is it, 80 seconds? Every 90 seconds gives your heroic ability a ridiculous power and very high damage. So you can actually, if there's a bunch of heroes with like half or less health piled up, you can actually strike them, charge this ability up, strike them, and it will usually eliminate all of them in one hit. Anyway, so this is Falstad, and he's a relatively good character, 7,000 gold or $850. And as an assassin, he's interesting to play because he does have a really good variety of crowd control skills and not just DPS skills. So if you do prefer to play as a mixture of, or a hybrid of DPS and crowd control, this is actually a character to choose. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and check out some of the other Heroes of the Storm videos I've posted about other characters on my blog. Thank you, and game you later, alligators. Bye bye.